Hey y'all, let's talk about the 5 things that surprised me the most on this here Portugal trip. If you're new here, hi, my name is Brienne, and I am taking you through a journey of all of my 2025, most of my 2025 international travel. And this week we are all talking about, and this week we are talking about Portugal. So let's get into the 5 things that surprised me the most. Now, the first thing is actually the shopping. I typically do not go out of my way to shop for anything when I'm on vacation, like unless I have a specific thing that I have in mind, but like going to shop at Zara. I think the last time I did that was back in 2017 when I went to Europe with my sister. I can't remember what city this was specifically. It might have been Paris. But yeah, outside of that, like I'm not the type who like goes on vacation specifically to shop, but I must say I was appalled at I actually had to bring most of my stuff back that I shopped for with my parents in a different suitcase. But a couple things that stuck out with shopping. One, Nespresso. Nespresso is significantly cheaper in Portugal compared to the US. I was able to get 10 sleeves for less than $80. That's not happening here in the US. So I definitely stacked up and they gave me this really cute mug as a free gift. I don't have it, but yes, the cost of Nespresso surprised me a lot. The Zara that is in the city center in Lisbon is absolutely stunning. I got lost in the sauce and spent way too much there, but it was such a cool experience. Just the architecture inside, the layout, everything was just like, yeah, this ain't the US. So that was the first thing. Second thing that surprised me was the tile, not just inside houses, but more so the tile that was on the outside of buildings. So I don't know why it didn't click to me that like Portugal had such a vibrant and colorful tile background. I don't know. But there, between the tile and the pottery, I was just amazed at how beautiful the artwork was. And so even the building that we stayed in, our apartment, our Airbnb, go back to 2 or 3 videos ago when I talk about the 5 things to think about when you are booking your accommodations in Portugal, because I do have the link for that Airbnb. But the front of the building was all like this beautiful handmade tile, and it was just very special. So I think like if you do appreciate like those small details, if you appreciate art, then you'll definitely enjoy just like frolicking in the streets of not just Lisbon, but in the Algarve area, there are also plenty of vibrant street corners here and there. So that's number 2. Number 3 that surprised me was the outlook of people who are native to Portugal. Like we actually spent quite a bit of time just having one-off conversations, both with Darian shared with me the backstory of like the word expat, so I'm trying to steer away from that. But both people who relocated to Portugal as well as people who were from there, and the pace of life, and I think the outlook that they have on like quality time and communal efforts, it truly is admirable. And in yesterday's video, I talked about how at first it was off-putting, just like how lax and chill and laid back they were in the hair salon. But I now understand like that was not just them. Like it's just, there's a lady in a boutique and she was like, yeah, my rent gets paid when it gets paid. Like my landlord knows that I'm doing my very best, and I get paid whenever I sell product, but like it's never been an issue because she knows that I'll eventually get to it. Here in the US, if it is the 6th of the month and you ain't paid that rent, okay. See if you don't come to the front door and see a little letter with your name on it. But yeah, that was really fascinating to experience. Like, obviously, that means that a lot of things that, like, especially when you do need to be in a rush, like being in the airport and being like, I gotta catch this flight. Like, there are just some things that you need to essentially bake in time for in your schedule just in case things go over. So that's number 3. Number 4 is the food scene. I can't say that I've had like much Portuguese food per se besides like steakhouses. No, that's Brazilian steakhouses. Anyways, I haven't I haven't had that much Portuguese food in the US, but so I didn't really know what to expect. But I was even more surprised at the quality of food from other cultures in Portugal. Excuse me. So, like we went to a Thai restaurant. It was amazing. The owner, I still need to make that video, but the owner was from Thailand, of course, and she had, leap of faith, moved out to Portugal and was sharing her story with us, and her, like, the food that she made was so good. And then we went to another Asian restaurant, and that was amazing. We had burgers that I don't remember eating, honestly. I also was quite sick while we were in Portugal, so there's just some stuff that's like, girl, I was just trying to keep my eyeballs open. Yeah, no, just like so many, like the seafood was amazing. The local dishes we tried were amazing. And yeah, I left like amazed. So say amazing one more time, Brian. Yeah, the food scene there is great. We did not even go into like the timeout cafe or cafeteria. We were at food hall. We were like walking distance from it, but there's just so much else that we were diving into. All right, the last thing that surprised the mess out of me, and especially my middle sister, is those hills. No matter how, like, I always thought people were just being dramatic on TikTok and Instagram when they were like, those hills in Lisbon are no joke. I was like, come on, man. Like, I used to live in Seattle. I do this. Like, I literally had to walk up a 45-degree incline every morning to get to work. But no, those ones, at least with Seattle, like, you go up a hill, you get from like First to Second Ave, and then you have like a bit of breathing room. Then you go up, you breathe. In them Lisbon hills, you going up and away. You just hope that your next turn is coming soon so that you can, veer off. But when you turn that left, you might just see another hill. It was truly something to see, and them quads and them hamstrings and that gluteus maximus, like everything was working. We definitely got our workouts in without having to necessarily, do a specific regimen in the morning. Like, those hills will take care of everything. Every little ounce of food that you eat, don't you worry about that, sweetheart, because you're gonna burn those calories. So yeah, I just was not prepared, but nonetheless, like, everything was absolutely stunning, and the hills only added to the beauty of, like, when you actually got to the viewpoints and could look up and see, all these, what felt like all these houses stacked on top of each other. But yeah, those are the 5 things that surprised me the most. If I could add a bonus, I was surprised at how cold that water was when we were in the Algarve. We were in Greece right before, and Paros waters were much warmer, but like the beach we went to in Mykonos felt like it was freezing. So I was a bit hopeful as well that when we got to the Algarve, it would be warmer, but no, it was not. So we went in the first week of August we went. So hopefully that adds some context. But okay, we are rounding out Portugal. I think I have like one or two more, and then we're gonna move on. But yes, I will see you tomorrow for that video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.